You can't see me! You can't see this desk! You can't see this PC! You can't even see this screwdriver! But you can finally see these! That's right, to celebrate our new, legally distinct, colored transparent screwdrivers, we have wrestled up enough transparent tech to build the all-transparent setup. But Linus, you ask, where's the color? Well, don't you worry, because with some help from our sponsor, Nothing, another purveyor of sturdy transparent tech, we're gonna bring their futuristic, minimalistic style to this PC with RGB elements that reflect our new screwdriver colors. I just can't wait to... Huh? Obviously, not every component in our build can be fully transparent. While there are some very cool transparent PCBs out there, transparent substrates are limited to about 2 layers, while a modern motherboard, like this Asus ROG Strix B850A, it's gonna need more like 8. So, wherever clear isn't possible, we've chosen to accent our build with white components that will A, match our white Nothing Phone 3, and B, help reflect our lighting, making our transparent case's laser-etched side panel glow more evenly. We've paired our motherboard up with a Ryzen 7 9800X3D, which might not be clear, but it is a clear choice if you want an extremely performant gaming CPU. To go with it, a 64 gig kit of Corsair Dominator titanium memory and a 4 terabyte Kingston KC3000 SSD. But a pretty thing like you won't be easy, will you? No, it won't. Was there an option for this to be pre-assembled?
Nope.
And if there was, I wouldn't have taken it anyway. This flat pack case might have no instructions, but hey, that's future Linus's problem. Screw that guy. It's much more important to me that it'll fit better into our laser, which we're gonna need to really get the most out of our Nothing-inspired design. Let there be a very specific wavelength of light. They're upside down. Whoa, this is freaking awesome! See, if it was fully transparent, it wouldn't actually glow. But with our etching, pretty cool, right? We'll throw the design files down below if you guys want to do something similar. All right, it's all yours, Future Linus. Thanks, Future Linus. Now to just figure out how to put this thing together with a little help from some old friends.
Hello.
One of these days, someone's going to invent easy peel acrylic protectors. But it is not this day. Oh yeah.
Oh man, I peeled this and this already has a crack in it.
Oh, that's something he and I have in common.
Yeah. Every man has a crack?
Yeah.
Can you figure out which piece is which?
Well, this is clearly the front. No, wait, what?
First thing that we actually need to do so that we can get further along is all of these spots that have hexes. We need to get one of the mid-sized studs in there and then a screw through the back to hold them in place.
Want to grab a transparent colored screwdriver from lttstore.com? Wow, that really, when this case is a knockin', don't come a rockin'.
It inspires confidence.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. All the skepticism from earlier aside, this is gonna look kind of sick, eh?
It is gonna look really good.
This is more of a test fit since we're probably gonna have to take this off later anyway, but this is gonna come together freaking awesome. We're gonna have to cable manage it perfectly. Why did they go to all the effort to put a USB 3 header on it and then do only one of the 2 ports? Wow, this is not gonna go in here. Have we ever tried mounting the motherboard?
Yes. It's not a nice fit, but it's a fit.
Yeah.
So we still gotta stick the power supply in the bottom there.
Oh, we still gotta look at the power supply. But before we do that, nope, we're gonna talk about water cooling. Water cooling is one of the few categories of PC components where you'll always find plenty of acrylic options. For our CPU, we've gone with this nickel-plated, copper-based job from Bixby, and for our Zotac Gaming RTX 5080 Amp Extreme Infinity SEO Word Salad GPU, we're gonna be cooling it with this AlphaCool Core GeForce RTX 5080 Solid Plus Amp. It is so beautiful. Next step is to throw our GPU in then?
Not quite. We gotta throw in the power supply first.
Ooh, which means choices! Check this out. There used to be both power supplies with acrylic covers and aftermarket acrylic enclosures that you could put on your existing power supply, like this sick UV green one that I had in my rig. But it turns out both of those things are really stupid and dangerous because acrylic is not only flammable, but it even gives off toxic fumes when it burns. What could go wrong, right? Well, with an RTX 5080 hooked up to this relic of the past, a lot. So if we want a modern acrylic power supply, we're gonna have to make our own. It's glorious! And it's not even our only option. We also got this demo unit that Corsair made for a trade show that shows off the internals of their HX1000i Shift. Which one do I want? Let's go for the Corsair.
Okay.
That's pretty sick. Hey, at least you can see what you're doing though.
Yeah.
Noctua is obviously too classy for clear fans, so we grabbed these addressable RGB 120mm fans off AliExpress that, wow, feel really cheap. I guess this is actually a perfect illustration of how transparent plastic can create a lot of challenges in product development. Not all plastics are the same, and I mean, look no further than Valve's limited edition transparent Steam Deck for the kinds of problems that this can introduce. So how do you do transparent plastic right? To find out, we're gonna have a quick fireside chat with the king of the 3-year product development timeline, Kyle from Creator Warehouse. Over the last few years, we've learned a lot about plastics, particularly transparent ones. Can you talk us through some of the journey here?
Funny enough, transparent has existed for longer than regular screwdriver.
I remember that. I greenlit transparent before we'd even gotten to market. So why did it take so long?
Because we dropped it. And when we dropped it, it cracked.
What was the plastic that was the brittle one?
100% ABS. Our original screwdriver, the one that you can buy right now, is a composite of ABS and nylon.
Right.
And that nylon helps it be just a better plastic overall.
Right, and you can't get that mix in clear.
No, else it would be easy.
So talk us through the other plastics we explored.
Everyone has its pros and cons. Acrylic's brittle. Nylon looks yellow at the start and will just continue to yellow as it goes on. We really relied on our manufacturer to suggest something that would be usable with the least amount of change to our existing molds.
Right, because even if you could just steal someone else's homework, that doesn't mean that it's going to flow properly in your mold.
Funny you should say that, actually, because we kind of did borrow somebody else's homework, and we did end up using what is called Triton copolyester, which is specifically engineered to not yellow, as well as being extremely strong. However, trying to put it through molds that were designed for a different plastic was a freaking nightmare. You cannot hide any imperfections with transparent. To solve this problem, we artificially thickened the walls in some areas and thinned it in others.
Right.
What that does is create a united flow front of plastic as you injection mold.
From there, what about the color though?
That was easy. We just gave them samples of what colors we want. They found it, and because the percentage of colorant you're putting in is relatively small, it made no conceivable difference to any of the process parameters. So for once, it was easy.
If you guys want the extended version of our fireside chat about plastics, maybe check out lmg.gg/floatplane. Your choice of plastics can affect a PC build as well. Hardline tubing, for instance, is readily available in both acrylic and PETG, each of which has its own trade-offs. Acrylic is less prone to scratches, but is considered harder to work with, while PETG offers superior impact resistance, but is known to cloud or react with some coolants. As for our radiator, well, there's not much we can do to make this giant Bixby external rad clear. But what we can do is cut a transparent LTT side panel to complement our build, and voila! Big cooling, small visual obstruction. We're gonna bend some tubes in a minute, but first we've gotta get our GPU installed, which is going to require this vertical GPU mounting bracket. It's not clear, but it allows us to show off our clear GPU, and it covers up the not clear top of our power supply. See, brilliant. And me explaining our rationale, I think adds a lot of transparency to this process.
Boo.
Hey, this is coming together. Okay, where's our GPU? Here. Do we have our stoppers in the wrong spots?
This is where I was going to ask you what we should be doing with the outlet in particular on our GPU, because we've got a really crazy run that needs to go in the inlet right in the center of the CPU block.
Let's have a look-see here, shall we? That is very spicy.
The other option is pulling it off of the front and then wrapping around.
That's pretty cool. Let's do that. We just need one of the longer, snakier extensions. Oh yeah, buddy. That's the one. All right, want to hit me with some tubing? Heck yeah. Whoa, she's straight. Let's go. All right, now we have a couple of pre-cut tubes from Pankratz. Now that the tubing's done, all that's left is to fill up our reservoir and game on it, is what I would say, except this isn't the transparent PC, it's the transparent setup. So clearly, there's more to do. Starting with a quick trip to Best Buy Canada to pick up a Nothing Phone 3, Nothing Headphone 1, and a Nothing Ear 3 to match the vibe of our setup. If you want to grab some of Nothing's transparent tech for yourself, their phones and audio will be on sale in Best Buy Canada from November 19th to 30th. Nothing, by the way, asked us very nicely to point out that they take great pains to use transparency tastefully to highlight key features and use non-dumb transparent materials like the Gorilla Glass on both the front and back of the Nothing Phone 3 and glass-filled nylon in the Nothing Headphone 1. Whew, this is going to be awesome, except the chair. Oh my God, the chair. Actually, not that bad. And it's so clear, it's like I'm sitting on nothing at all. Nothing at all. It doesn't matter. The point is, let's acknowledge something way cooler. How about this incredible desk? I wish that I could take the credit for creating it, but this was actually lent to us by Renzo, who helped us out with that recent underwater speaker video. We noticed it in his shop, and it was too perfect for this project. So we traded him a transparent screwdriver for letting us inconvenience him for a couple of days. That stretched into like a couple of weeks, I think, but hi, Renzo. Anywho, we're not done kitting out our setup, and our next piece is this sick Pulsar X2 gaming mouse Super Clear Edition, which we love for its great ergonomics and feather light weight. One aspect of it that wasn't perfect though was mouse tracking on a perfectly clear surface. So, solution, we picked up this frosted glass mouse pad that matches our aesthetic, the Wallhack SP004. Yeah, it's not clear, but it's clear that we needed to cut this corner. Where we won't need to cut any corners is our keyboard. Look at that, 4 corners, all of them. We actually had a few options for keyboards and settled on the Red Dragon Elf Pro K649. It's wireless, it's transparent, it's hot swappable and gasket mounted, and it feels slippery. It sounds really nice though. Ooh, something just occurred to me. How are we gonna find a clear monitor? You didn't buy another one of those transparent OLEDs, did you? We had to practically give away that last one. Whoa, dude! This works on so many levels. This 27-inch gaming monitor from Asus has clear rear accents, but also uses a tandem OLED panel, which actually has multiple light-emitting OLED layers, one of which shines through the other in order to boost brightness and apparently improve longevity. Wicked smart and wicked cool. Now we just have to figure out a not horrible way to cable manage this power cord. Given the theme of the build is transparency, we should probably acknowledge that the power supply randomly changed. Turns out that that Corsair unit was really for demonstration purposes only. So here's one that Justin jerry-rigged together with a working Seasonic unit and some pieces of acrylic. How's that look? Huh?
It's about as good as we can get.
I think you mean awesome.
Could have had clear cables with copper.
Clear cable. Have you ever seen a clear C13 cable?
No.
Just go the extra mile, dip it in epoxy.
Okay, how about we fill it with some clear water? Power cycle me. Oh yeah. Dude, that's we gotta put the side panel on. I know it's bad, GBs, but I wanna see it in all of its glory. This is sick. Wow, this is awesome. Oh, you set up with signal RGB. That's a nice touch. It cycles through all the transparent colors that the LTT screwdriver will be available in. We've got orange, purple, teal, and well, okay, we couldn't make a black light, but
No.
you get the point, you get the point. Now we just need to know if it games. Does this say 540 hertz? This monitor is nuts, and it does over 700 hertz if you put it in 720p mode, which I suspect most people wouldn't do in the age of, you know, full high definition, but still, that's wild. Now we just got a pair of headphones. Courtesy of Nothing, I might remind you, sponsored this sick build. Seriously, dude, it feels like I'm just kind of, I don't know how to describe it. It's like I'm gaming on air. Like, it's so clear. I'm looking right through the whole thing, and it reminds me we need to clean our studio. Woo! Damn, that's smooth. I got distracted by how beautiful my monitor was and ran over a bunch of civvies. My bad, my bad, my bad. Sorry, officer. You know what? This game's not for me. I prefer more transparent games, like Carry the Glass. This is a game? Is it co-op? Yep. Oh, okay. Okay, well, let's carry the glass. Sorry about that. Oh, damn! Let's go. Oh, we're fast now. Let's go.
Where are we going with?
Oh, dang! Clearly, we are not very good at this. Thanks again to Nothing for sponsoring this build. Their products are now available exclusively at Best Buy in Canada and will be on sale for Black Friday from the 19th to the 30th. We'll make sure to have links and all the details in the video description. And super grateful to all of the fine, wonderful people out there who are checking out our now available, soon available, transparent colored edition LTT screwdrivers! Sign up for a notification using the QR code on the screen or at the link down below. If you guys enjoyed this video, why not check out the original video we did on the creation of the original non-clear LTT screwdriver. It was a 3-year process and was more complicated than you'd think, which really gives me a lot more appreciation for all of these fine transparent products, except for you. You could be more user-friendly.